So all last year I did Zooms for free that would teach you about land patent being a living being of decomposable matter that has intellectual property, sweat equity, and spiritual credits. That's what you are. But you're a part of everlasting life, and your whole being belongs to the Creator. But anyway, let's move on to the topic. So last year, everyone was confused about truth in lending. So let me ask you, when you go to a car dealership and you decide you want to go to a bank to see if they'll back you as a co-signer to have a car so you can make payments, he's not loaning you money. Did he give you a check for $70,000 so you can pay for the truck and that's $70,000? No. So why would truth in lending apply when there's no lending? It's more or less like a co-signer thing with special terms. If you don't make the payments, it's going to be repossessed, right? He's backing to a certain extent, but no, he's not buying that car for you, or he just loan you the money. That's not how the process goes, and you know it. And that's the same with houses. So if you want to stay private, come up with the cash. You don't have to have a brand new vehicle for $70,000. Can't you find one for $15,000? I think you can. And that's true with everything. A living being is not a corporation. That's just a fiction. A corporation is a fiction. It was an idea. But it doesn't grow legs. It doesn't bleed when you cut it. It's a nothing thing. And guess what? It can be dissolved. But when a living being is dissolved, there's some issues going on depending on how it was dissolved. Was it murdered? Did it die of cancer? Did it have an accident? Do you understand? It's two totally different things that we're not spending enough time giving value to both situations. Now let's talk about credits. That's just another currency. So when you go and you do commerce, that's making arrangements with the bank or whoever to let you make payments. They're going to hold you, carry you for a while, but you actually have to make the payments. Then you have now converted yourself into commerce. So no, when they share that ordeal with credit bureaus, they're not sharing your private. You voluntarily came out of private to do commerce, and they are obligated to be forthright and have pure transparency when it comes to doing business. So no, they're not throwing you under the bus. They're following the rules. If you don't want to do business with them in the way that they have to do business with you, then save your money up and pay cash. You are voluntarily doing commerce. But when a cop pulls you over and you're private, you're in your private automobile, you're hunting and gathering, you're not doing commerce, which is very difficult for a living person, being to do commerce, because they're hunting and gathering and trading and bartering, which has nothing to do with commerce. And they're trying to stick their fucking nasty foot in your door and force you to do a trust action, which is them putting a lien on the CUSIP number. Every bond and every security has a CUSIP number, and they want to put a lien on it so they can start a security based on false information, which is really slander, right? Why does it turn into slander? Because now the insurance companies want to charge you more based on something they haven't even proved you're guilty of. It happens like right away. That's slander. And then the traffic court doesn't want you to prove it. They just want you to pay as if you really did it. That's why I'm going to teach you how you have court from the minute you get that ticket. That ticket is your evidence that they detained you unlawfully. And what I'm working on now, if you find yourself at an intersection and there's no traffic and it never turns green, it's passed you up 3 times, you have the right to proceed when it's safe. And that's the same almost all the time. But the key word there is safe. So if you went through an intersection and no one got hurt, then it was obviously safe. And no, these stupid fucking cops do not have a crystal ball, so they can't predict you would have hurt someone. That's their bullshit shit show. And they're banking on you don't know how to protect yourself and throw him under the bus. That's my job. I'm going to teach you how to throw them under the bus. Because let me tell you something. Securities fraud is not a joke. And there's bigger dogs on the porch trying to prevent security frauds that these guys are doing than you may realize. First guy you want to hit up is the Inspector General, because you already know the Universal Postal Union controls commerce on those private roads. All these roads are right-of-ways to water. Go read a land patent. They're absolutely free. You can read it at the Bureau of Land Management on your on the website. Okay? You have immunity. You have all of the things on the land patent. You're protected. For a living being to survive and stay alive, and they can't encroach upon it. All of these right-of-ways are privately owned, and you will find them in the metes and bounds of someone's land description. So no, the city doesn't own them. They're not even your government. It's a corporation perpetrating a fraud, and you have to stop it. So have an excellent day.